So let's get into some minor spoilers for Dragon Ball Super episode 114, which is going to be airing the first week of November. And like I always say, you've been warned right now. If you don't want to be spoiled, click off the video. There's tons of other content on the channel you can free to check out, including a discussion about a possible upcoming arc in Dragon Ball Super, the Planet Sadala arc with the Universe 6 Saiyans. Check out that discussion I had with Tragic. It was a lot of fun to do. And hey, if you get done with this video, check that out too, because we're going to go into some spoiler stuff here. Also, before we get into it, gotta plug it. Geekdom 101 t-shirts still available if you have not gotten yours yet. People have gotten them already. They're happy. Anywhere in the world, not just the United States, Teespring ships pretty much everywhere. So even if you're not in the US, you can get yourself a Geekdom 101 premium tee or a hoodie in various different colors. So check it out, teespring.com/geekdom101. Let's get into the spoiler here from Korea, which got the early weekly Shonen Jump scans, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to have also a discussion about some fake information and some fake stuff that's been going around, and I want to debunk that real quick. First of all, this right here. Well, so this is what's going on. So supposedly there's going to be a fusion between Kale and Caulifla coming up very, very soon, right? This image right here has been going around, you know, Facebook, and I've always said before that a lot of these fake Facebook pages are full of shit. If you want me to be blunt with you, not all of them, but a lot of them are. A lot of them just don't know any better, so it's not their fault. They see an image that looks real, and they go with it. This is not real. It's a cool looking picture. I like the design, but this is not the fusion of Kale and Caulifla. So just letting you guys know. Also, this right here, another picture from Facebook. More nonsense. None of this is confirmed. It never, ever, ever, and any spoiler has confirmed this. I know most of you guys already know this. If you're new to the channel, you know, this is the place to be for accurate news, to be honest with you. I know people who have been subbed for a long time already know that. But if you are looking, like if you have a friend who might be confused, just show them this video, because this is nonsense. This is complete nonsense. Nowhere is it even remotely hinted that Goku and Gohan are going to fuse. Okay, let's get to the spoiler. So, from Herms, here's the original image. The scan should be out within the next 12 hours, but this is from the scan. Translation, Dragon Ball Super episode 114. Ghastly, explosive birth of a new super warrior, okay? Further growth, Kale's great transformation. Through her desire to be of use to Caulifla, Kale successfully controls her true power. So, it says Kale's great transformation, but it does not say new transformation. So, could it be that she once again has figured out how to control her berserk power? Or is it actually a new form? I mean, I would hope not, because like I've been saying for the past couple weeks, I've got transformation fatigue. These characters are getting way too many forms too quickly, in my opinion. With Kale, though, I would like them to approach that differently and kind of give her, you know, maybe a controlled version of berserk. She taps into that power, but she can control it like she did previously for just a little bit. So I do think that's going to be the case here. Now, here's where it gets interesting. It says here, and then Champa teaches the two of them a secret technique. Now, let's talk about the fusion. So a couple things I want to fill you guys in on. First of all, I was talking to Therese earlier this morning, and the name of the episode, right? Explosive Birth of a New Super Warrior. There is something to this, because explosive birth, right? Every time that they've used the word birth of a super warrior within Dragon Ball connotation in a title of an episode, or something similar to it, it's always been fusion. There are 5 Dragon Ball Z episodes, 1 Kai episode, and 1 Super episode that have used the word birth of a new warrior, or birth of the super warrior, or something like that. And it's one of those things where every time it either has to do with fusion or absorption. Like every single time. So to me, this plus the fact that Toshio, the writer on Twitter, has been teasing this and kind of playing dumb with us. He's not dumb. He's been playing dumb, though. I see, you know, he's trying to mess with us. I've been telling you guys for weeks now, this dude likes to mess around with us. But it tells me that I do believe that, yes, Kale and Caulifla are going to fuse at the end of episode 114, going into episode 115. I think it's going to happen. Now, What's interesting about this is that it says, and then Champa teaches the two of them a secret technique. Now, there's a couple things here that I want to discuss with you all. First of all, there's a discussion that has been going on for a few days about what kind of fusion it'll be. Will it be Potara or will it be Metamoran Finger Fusion? Now, Potara Fusion, yes, Potaras are not allowed in the tournament. That was the original rules, but also Zeno has changed his mind about the rules so often that he could just allow them if he wants to. I mean, he allowed Roshi to have the jar for the Mafuba. So that's not even anything that could be taken serious. You know, they could change the rules. So that's one thing, but I don't think this is the case because the way that it's translated, it says Champa teaches the two of them a secret technique. Now, did he teach them the finger fusion prior to the tournament beginning? And then he tells them to go ahead and use the move, or does he teach them during the tournament? I find it hard to believe that he will teach them in the middle of the fight. I don't think that's the case. I think that he taught them already, and I know some of you are wondering, well, wait a minute, how does he know Metamor and Finger Fusion? Well, we know that there's a planet Metamor in Universe 7 because that's where Goku learned to do the fusion in the afterlife. He met a Metamoran in the afterlife during the 7 years between the Cell and the Buu arc, and he taught him the fusion pose, the fusion dance. And that's pretty much all we know about the Metamoran. So obviously if there's a planet Namek and a Saiyan planet in Universe 6, who's to say there's not a Metamoran planet? I mean, we know that the Yardrats seem to exist in Universe 2, maybe, and there are Sifurians on Team Universe 2. So perhaps the races in this multiverse are not exclusive to one universe, and perhaps not even exclusive to Universe 7 and 6. You know what I'm saying? So the idea of there being a Metamoran and of Champa, who is a god, having the knowledge of the fusion and teaching it to Kale and Caulifla, I don't think is that far-fetched. Is it an ass pull? Possibly, but it's not that far-fetched, because if you're going to say this is an ass pull, then Goku knowing fusion was also kind of an ass pull, because there was no hint to it prior to Goku announcing that he knew fusion when he told, you know, Krillin and Piccolo on the lookout in Dragon Ball Z. So, to me, I don't really hate the fact that they're getting fusion if it's explained like that. They're giving them everything, though, and I think that a Kale and Caulifla fusion would be very interesting to see, especially when the design comes out, which we'll probably get very soon. And I think Dokkan will probably, you know, upload their LR or whatever, SSR, probably SSR, of that fusion at some point very soon. But again, it's just interesting that it says Champa teaches them the two a new technique. I don't like the idea. If Champa is going to go and show them how to do the pose, like from the bleachers, I don't like that idea. I don't like it. I think that's dumb. It's a waste of time. Why is nobody else attacking them? But again, I'm going to hold reservation until I see the episode, because I'm thinking that Champa maybe taught them before the tournament began, and that maybe he's going to remind them to go ahead and do it. Because I'm guessing they couldn't beat Goku, or maybe they're having trouble with Goku, which is weird considering Goku's hurt, but that's okay. We'll see how it plays out in the episode, so maybe that's his little thing. But this episode's not this weekend. It's going to be airing next weekend, so we'll probably get a little preview of things to come with this weekend's next episode preview. So, what do you think about the Kale and Caulifla fusion? Do you think that this is an ass pull? Do you think that they don't deserve to get this fusion right now? Or do you think that it makes sense? Personally, we'll see. I want to kind of hold off judgment until we actually see it, how it plays out in the series. So we'll see. But that is the big news, that Champa is going to be the one instigating this fusion. And I wonder how many eliminations they'll get as Kafla. Because like we talked about previously, there was a big spoiler that came out about Goku fighting somebody named Kafla, which is the fusion of Kale and Caulifla. So, or Kafla. Kafla or Kafla? I always get it mixed up with Kefka from Final Fantasy. Anyways, folks, thank you so very much for checking out the video. Hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you. Oh, one more thing before we get out of here. I almost forgot. Tomorrow, here on Geekdom 101, unless we get some crazy breaking news that I have to do a video on, I don't think we will, but we'll see. I'm doing a new episode of Dragon Ball In Depth. My favorite series on the channel. We're talking about the mystery and secret and lore behind Shenlong, or Shenron, the Eternal Dragon. Where did Toriyama get the idea? What is the importance of the dragons in Dragon Ball? Like, what is the history here? I'm going to give you a full breakdown, stuff that nobody else has covered before, and I hope y'all enjoy that. Worked real hard on that video. I think y'all will enjoy it if you're into, like, the lore and kind of the Toriyama, I don't know, mentality. Anyways, thank you once again. Have a great day, and I will see y'all tomorrow for that video. Hopefully come back. Have a great one, and take care of yourself and each other.